is your reaction to this as somebody who has followed many presidents, who has run presidential campaigns? Certainly, this isn't something that has ever been in the history books. There is no playbook. How do you even respond?
Yeah, it is different. Every other campaign I've ever been associated with has tried to manage its message very carefully, right? Before you put out a statement, before the candidate speaks to the press, before anybody does a speech, or the advertisements or the interviews all get vetted. And the whole idea is to create a viable message that excites voters, addresses their concerns and their desires, and will last the test of time. This president has no filter. When he tweets, if anybody questions whether they're coming from him directly, I think we've dispelled that. It is his Twitter account. And there's none of that filter. There's none of that management of the news, of the message and trying to think long term. This could be just stream of consciousness. You try to read too much into this, you get caught. If you don't take it seriously enough, you get caught. So it's certainly not what we're used to in politics, that's for sure.
Pretty dramatic pronouncements from his stream of consciousness. He's saying he views these therapeutics that he has had the benefit of as a cure, that he feels perfect now. He sees the virus as a blessing. We just finished a segment with the CEO of a biotech company who says there is not going to be a vaccine before the election. It's not happening until at least, at the earliest, early next year. You have American people who are listening to what the president says and believing it, and that's going to impact their vote.
Well, this is the president that questioned the validity of using Clorox as a disinfectant internally. This is the president that went out of his way to espouse hydrochloroquine to the American public. We'll notice that he hasn't been using that. At least he hasn't talked about it yet. So, look, I think this is the quandary everybody's in, is that you don't know what to expect. There's no fact-checking before the president weighs in on this stuff. He reacts whenever anything gets spelled out as negative. He says he was just kidding or just musing to himself. But the bottom line is none of this is helping him, right? If you look at the state of his campaign since the last debate and since he's gotten the virus, his numbers, by and large, have been drifting away in the key battleground states and arguably tanking nationally. And none of that poses well with people in 25 states voting right now. And only 3 weeks left, really, in the campaign season to make your point. So regardless of what he's doing, he's probably not actually helping himself with these actions.
Okay.